So basically what it's going to do, takes user input to gauge our current skill level and the different aspects of the exam, and then it ranks your current skill level and it provides projects to practice to improve your weak areas, and then it's going to output your average skill level in all aspects. Following this information, recommends practice materials. So I start off by importing NumPy. I'm going to use this for my computations and for my array manipulation. I have a welcome message, and then I instruct users to rate their confidence from 1 very weak to 5 very confident. We then have an array of the different skills that are tested in the CSWA exam. They're right there. I'm not going to read them out, but they're right there. And then an empty array for scores. And then we're going to iterate through that skills array using for skill in skills, rating equals, converting that input of the rating to an integer so that all of the inputs are one variable type so the array is not buggy. And then if the rating is below 1 or above 5, I have a safeguard in place that just while that's going on, we're going to keep asking for a number between 1 and 5. At the end of all of that, we append that score for that particular skill to the empty scores array, and then obviously do that for each skill. So then I convert that scores array to a NumPy array to make it easier to manipulate, and that way we can use the computations. So you can see right there in results, it's the average skill rating is, you have the average. It's easier to do it through NumPy. It's, yeah, better. And then again, I used another NumPy function with the weakest. So this is just identifying which scores are less than or equal to 2. So these are like the weak areas. If there's none of those in that category, excellent. You don't have any major weak areas. Else, we do recommended practice projects, and based on which of those skills are in that weakest category, if it's in there, if it's below or equal to 2, if that skill level is, I print out a recommended practice project based on that. So all that's there. And then after all of that, a little concluding message is keep practicing your weakest topics before taking the CSWA exam. And I also provided a link that I've been using with a lot of practice materials. So I'm going to run this right now. So rate your confidence from 1. I'm confident in sketching. Extruded and cut, pretty confident. My cat is eating. Phillips and chamfer is a little less confident. Patterns, not very confident. Revolves, not very confident. Assemblies, not very confident. Drawings, a little more. Maths, pretty confident. So scroll down. This is what it does. My average skill rating is 2.75. These are my recommended practice projects. And then your weakest topics before taking the CSWA exam.